In this BMCC OpenLab video tutorial, I'll show you how to embed a Google Doc or a Google site or a Google Sheet right into a page or a post on your WordPress site. To get started, I have a few tabs open in my browser here. The first tab is on the site, the front end of the site itself. The second tab here, I have the dashboard to the site, the back end. In the third tab here, I've pasted the code that we'll need, and I'll put this code into the notes below the video for you. In the fourth tab, I have a Google survey, which is the one that I want to actually embed into a page on the site. And then in the fifth tab, I have a Google Doc, which I'll just use as a test example. So to get started, let's go to the front end of the site, and you can see that I've made a page here called Student Info Survey, and I'm going to put the form in there. So I go to the dashboard, Pages is on the left, scroll down and locate the page that you want. There it is. I'm going to use the classic editor for the purpose of this tutorial. Now we need to grab that code, so I'll click on the third browser tab where I have it saved. You need to select it and copy it. I like to triple click personally to select the entire line. I'm going to copy it, go to the dashboard, paste it into the page editor. The next thing I need is the actual link to the form. So I had that here in browser tab number 4. Can click in the address bar and copy it. I'm going back to the page editor, and now I need to select the words, the link you copied, and delete those. Make sure that you delete those first. So get rid of that. Now I paste in the link to the address. I did Control V to get it in there to the form. I'm going to update the page. And now let's visit the front end of the site and refresh the browser to see how it looks. So now when I navigate to Student Info Survey, it shows a beautiful form embedded right there in the page that people can submit without leaving your site. So just for fun, let's do that again and try it with the Google Doc to see how that looks. For the purposes of illustration, I can just put it I'll put it here in the syllabus page. So let's go to the back end again to the dashboard, Pages. There's the syllabus, classic editor. I'm going to delete this text, which just came with the page when the site was created. And again, grab that code, paste it into the editor of the page. Now I'm going to grab the address of the Google Doc. And I want to pause here to point out something very important, which is that any Google Form, sheet, or doc that you embed has to be visible to the public. And by default, most Google Docs are not set that way. So up here at the top, I can see that it's private only to me. The little lock icon indicates that. But if I click on it, I can change the link access. And I'm going to choose anyone with the link can view. I click done. Now I'm going to copy that address. And also you can see now that the top right has switched over to anyone with the link can access, no sign in required. Back to the page editor, select those words, the link you copied, and delete them. Just for fun, I'm going to show you what happens, what will go wrong if you don't delete it first. If I go ahead and hit Control V on the keyboard and just paste in, you can see that the link to the Google Doc has been embedded. And we definitely don't want that because that's a link that will go out to the doc and it'll break the code and will not work. So I'm going to, again, highlight those words, the link you copied, and delete. Now I can paste in that address to the Google Doc that I copied, update the page, and now let's go to the front end of the site and reload And now the syllabus page shows a beautifully embedded Google Doc. Just to wrap up the tutorial, there are a few other things that can occasionally go wrong. Sometimes if the link doesn't embed, it's because the quotes have been angled or curly. So if that ever happens, you can try just deleting and replacing the quote with a straight quote. And then that should solve the problem and allow the Google Doc form or sheet to embed in your WordPress site.